everybody. All right, I think this is live. What's going on, everybody? It is your favorite coach, human performance. I'm an executive coach for elite entrepreneurs and also athletes. And I'm going to do this really awesome segment. One of the big things that I really want to share with you today is one tip to eliminate overwhelm and stinking thinking within minutes, within the day. If you're in a weird, funky mood, if you're feeling like frustrated and overwhelmed, you definitely want to tune in today. And if I say anything that impacts you, just drop a comment below, give this post some love, and make sure you follow for more details. So something that I've learned as far as it's such an easy thing, but it's not, it's so simple, but it's not easy. Now, when I first learned this one thing that I'm going to share with you today on how to eliminate overwhelm, I was actually studying, I started really getting into energy psychology and understanding how to overcome my own self-sabotage. I'm going to share with you a video in just a second. And I was studying something called feng shui, which is our home environments. And I was not a clean, organized person. Like, I was called the slob for many years. And, you know, I look back and I found this video I'm going to share with you in just a second. And I look back and I'm like, wow, I'm like, that's so mean. Why was I called that? And I kept like getting into this identity of I don't have time. I'm wasting my time if I'm like doing one thing I'm share with you. I feel like my time is valued at other places. I'm constantly in a very internally stressful environment. So when I started understanding how our external environment is a direct reflection of our internal environment, it made me really pay attention to changing my belief system. And one thing you need to understand is that when you're changing your belief system, the only way to truly change your belief system is to give yourself an opportunity to have new experiences. So let me show you this video that I literally found today. I think I can share my screen. Hold on. I'm hoping I can share my screen. I've never done it from here before. Can I share my screen? Oh, this will be so bummed if I can't share it. I don't think I can share it on here. Oh, wait, hold on. Share. Okay. So I'm going to share that there. And then I'm also going to share it. Hold on. I think I can share it from here. Can I share my screen? I don't think I can share it with my Facebook group, but I know I can share it with the other platforms. So if you guys know how to share your screen on Facebook, let me know. Okay, well, you're going to have to go to the business page to see this then. All right, let me share it here. So in this video, I'm going to do a quick play here. In this video, you'll also even see, so this was me. A lot of you guys don't know, I had food addiction and I had shed 60 pounds. This was me probably around like 40 pounds down. And if you can see my environment and the amount of like stress that I was carrying, oh, my home was a freaking mess. My home was a mess. It was like INSPO, my first ebook. And you can see, and then even here too, like how I was carrying even weight in my body. And because this impacted my home, impacted not only my mental state, but also my physical state. I'm going to show you something here. How much stress. So I took one course with this guy called Charles Pollock. And this is where I was trying to understand, like, I'm eating healthy. I'm working out. Like you could see, I'm like going ham on my workouts. I'm eating healthy. I'm working out. And my body is not changing, carrying on to all this weight, specifically, as you can see here in my midsection. A lot of it was in my midsection. My upper body's lean. My lower body was like nice and like I loved my leg, but I was carrying so much weight in my midsection. And the midsection has a lot to do with cortisol and stress. And the reason I'm telling you all this is that not only does our environments impact our external environments impact our mental state, but it also impacts our physical state. So if you are carrying excess weight, specifically in the midsection, has a lot to do with cortisol, stress hormone, stress response. So even if you are doing intense, insane exercises, it can counteract based on like how your body is. And during this time, a lot of people were like looking at me like I was crazy, like I didn't know, but nobody could help me. I was following nutrition programs, I was eating healthy, but what I came back to was also, I mean, there were many factors, but one of the core factors that I'm sharing with you today, and let me unshare this here. Hold on. Let me unshare this. All right, you guys, give me some time. I'm still learning how to stop share. Okay, perfect. Boom. I'm getting so good at this. Okay. So one of the things that I wanted to discuss with you today is one tip to eliminate overwhelm and stinking thinking. And so the impact is decreased stress, which will impact not only your emotional, but also your physical like space of becoming healthy and strong AF. Now, that's when I started learning it because I had to explore in many, many different avenues because I knew that it was so much more than just the body. I knew that it was so much more in it, but in order to eliminate the resistance, I had to understand why. I had to like go down this rabbit hole and find the experts and to find like the people that could explain to me why I was trying everything that everybody else was telling me, but there was deeper rooted layers that I couldn't figure out. And that's when I really tapped into energy psychology. The understanding of even today, what we're talking about is our home environment. So one thing I want to share with you is that now you actually see I wasn't ever making it up. People are like, I can't see how you were ever like that heavy. And that was me. Remember, that was me only 20 pounds heavier than what I am today. But that was me actually 40 pounds leaner because the body is a symptom, not cause of deep-rooted things that sometimes have nothing to do with what you're doing physically, but it has to do with how you are emotionally, psychologically, and also spiritually, energetically. So that's where I started understanding feng shui. Feng shui is just energy psychology in the home. And our external environment, once I realized my external environment was a direct reflection of my internal environment, it's interesting, my body also started to change. When I cleared up the clutter, I also cleared up and released the weight in my body. My midsection started going down. There was other factors, of course. Clean your home and you're going to drop, 20 pounds. But it will help decrease the stress, which will help decrease the cortisol. And if you're doing everything right and you're just stressed out about being overweight or you're stressed out about what you're doing isn't working, that's automatically going to be producing even more cortisol, which is a fat-producing hormone, a stress hormone that's going to impact you mentally, physically, emotionally, and energetically, how you're energetically showing up. You're going to probably show up more with like apathy versus like enthusiasm and being excited about life and living life vivaciously versus just kind of going through life angry and frustrated and disappointed all the time. And so that's what I want to share with you as far as giving you the actual example. I'm excited that I found a video. I was like, oh my gosh, like I lived in chaos in this one small little bedroom apartment. And I lived in so much chaos, and no wonder I wish I would have knew at that point in time what I know today, because I would have saved myself from so much like dragging my feet in and procrastination. For those of you that don't understand procrastination is the inability to process negative thoughts and emotions, and overwhelm is one of the core ones. So one tip to eliminate overwhelm and your stinking thinking is cleaning up your environment. Your environment has a huge part of what's going on in your internal mental state. And today I also want to leave you with a strategy. I'm very big on game planning. I'm very big on like, let's give you the playbook, but let's also break it down step by step. And I would love for you to drop your comment below after you try this today. Let me know how you felt. Let me know how more creative you got. Before I share that with you, I also want to tell you something that I found as far as the studies where they said, I typed in Google, I said, what is it what is the effects of living in a cluttered home? And it said, bursting cupboards and piles of paper stacks around the house may seem harmless enough, but research shows disorganization and clutter have a cumulative effect on our brains. Our brains like order, and constant visual reminders of disorganization drain our cognitive resources, reducing our ability to focus. So if you also claim and have been labeled as somebody who's heightenedly distracted or has ADHD, this will also help you be a better focuser. This will help you become a better focused human being, because you become what you, number, label yourself as, and number two, you become what you focus most of your time, your energy, and your resources on. And so if something, a title or a label, is no longer serving you, what you could do is shape shift it and learn how to become a really focused person. So there's so much more to this, but I'm hoping that you're starting to see by just this one tip. The simple tip is not of really transitioning and shape shifting that. Now, what I'm going to give you right now, I'm going to tell you a really quick story. So I had a client a few months ago. It was actually recent. And this person was tremendously struggling with anxiety and overwhelm, to the point where they couldn't even sit down to get a project done. When they did, they had really negative thoughts and emotions, and just really frustrated, overwhelmed, and could not sit still for more than like maybe 10 minutes. And I know, because I had them do a timer. And what happened was, I said, okay, well, why don't we use that time, since you're not productive anyway, and let's do a time block of 15 minutes, and going to find one area where you're going to clean out clutter. One area, but as you're doing this, because you're hitting a pain point, you're hitting that pain point of like, oh, I feel like I'm wasting my time, like this isn't going to work. And you're just going down that like stinking thinking, that negativity. Like, okay, we'll just do it anyway. Do it anyway. And the only way to change your belief system is by giving yourself a new experience. Remember that. So they cleaned up for 15 minutes. All of a sudden, they felt lighter. They felt lighter. They felt more clear-minded. And guess what? They were able to sit down for 30 minutes after that 15-minute section and do 30 minutes of focused, quality, creative work. So I get a lot of people like, oh, I can't, I feel stuck. I can't, I'm not creative. Just by focusing on cleaning out the environment, the importance of having a clear mind that is in a positive state of energy, you're going to get a lot more productive work done. All right, so that was just a really cool success story that I had just recently. My client had messaged me like last week about it. I thought it was really cool. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to just make a list of, or just choose one area. One area. Don't be jumping and getting nothing done. Choose one area. And I want you to give it just 15 minutes. Set your phone timer for 15 minutes. And you're going to play on some fun music. For me, if you guys know me and you follow me on Instagram at Tanya C. Oliver, you're following these other platforms, you know your girl loves salsa music. I love salsa dancing. It's one of my favorites. And now I'm a new golfer, so I have taken up golf. I'm loving it. It's like, there's like, oh, you get to swing it. It's awesome. Anyway, stay focused here. So I'll put on some salsa music. I'll put on a really nice audiobook that will regulate my nervous system, especially when you're doing things that you don't want to do. I don't want to do this. I'm wasting my time. Like, how is this going to help generate in more business? How is this going to help me, especially if you're an entrepreneur? How's this going to make me more money? Like, how's it going to impact your life? It's going to impact your life because it's going to change the way that your brain works. You're going to actually be able to be in harmony with who you are clearly designed to be, because this is actually creating a disconnect and a disharmony from who you truly are. It's going to put you in a negative state of energy versus in a positive state of energy. Now, you're going to choose one area. You're going to do 15 minutes, and you're going to do this for 5 days. 5 days. Now, because we don't remember things, you're also going to document it. You're going to document, and what you could even do, you could video record yourself. You could be like, all right, this is stupid. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to try it because Tanya told me to do it, and I'm already feeling like crap anyway, so let me just try. You're going to do it, and then you're going to record yourself after it, and you're going to record how you feel now, and then what you were able to do because of that 15 minutes. Now, I do want to say, even though that might start to create momentum, I don't want you to disrespect the time block that you had set for that 15 minutes. When people start to disrespect the time blocks for even cleaning an organization, the next time you tell yourself you're going to do it for 15 minutes, you disregard the trust factor. So then you no longer trust yourself because you're like, no, because then it's going to be 3 hours. I don't have time to do 3 hours. 15 minutes, set your timer goes off, and get back to work. Tomorrow, 15 minutes, and set it at the same time every single day. And I want you to document this for 5 days. And I want you to notice the shifts. Now, we're just going to set this 5-day cleaning the clutter organizational challenge. And let me know what you think of it. And we're just going to go from there. Now, one of the biggest things, as I mentioned, overwhelm is 1 out of 3 reasons as to why we procrastinating on our projects. And this is just one simple productivity hack that I'm giving you today as far as cleaning up your environment, of how it impacts your internal environment. So when you start to reclaim control over your mental state, your emotional state, your energetic state, and your physical state, you're able to get massive shiznit done. Now, if you want more and you actually want me in a coaching space, I have a self-study course. It's 1 hour, everything you need, 3 steps to stop wasting your time and overcoming procrastination. And I explain everything to you there. It's tanyacoliver.com/procrastination. You can get it for only freaking $37. You're welcome. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you have a blessed update. Share this with somebody that needs to hear it, especially if they've been getting told their whole life, just like I was told, like, you're so sloppy, you're disorganized. Remember, you can create a new identity, but typically the new identities are created once you understand why you're resisting positive change when you know it's going to benefit you in the long run. All right, you guys, have a blessed up Thursday, and I will see you guys later.